Hello, in this video we will see how teachers can make recommendations within Khan Academy of what they want their students to work on. If you don't make recommendation, that's okay too, because Khan Academy will keep progressing the student forward through the math program at the level in which you've placed them. But if you see a student is struggling or that they need more of a challenge, you might want to make some recommendations for those students so that they can be successful. So we'll go to our screen share. All right, again, you'll just go over to Khan Academy. Click on Khan Academy. Now, we've already logged in before, so we don't need to start here this time. We've already established our account, so we want to come to log in. And then we'll click on Google because we want to sign in with our school Google account. And then make sure you sign in with your school Google account. And it should get you right back to the class that you set up earlier in our first video. All right, here we go. So now this takes us to our classes. I've only created one class so far, but I could always add more classes if I needed to. So I want to look at my students' progress. Now, because I just set this up today, you won't be able to see all the student progress, but there are some amazing real-time information that you can get from each one of these graphs. So I encourage you to sign up as a coach, get your students to add you as a coach, and watch them go through this, and you'll be amazed at the information that you can get. But we're going to talk about recommendations right now. So you would have your entire list of students over here, and you can click on a student. Let's say that there's some red. Red means that they're struggling, and you see that they're struggling with a concept. So you might want to do some targeted intervention and make a recommendation of, okay, I've got you working up here on this 8th grade level, but you're really struggling with certain things that I've noticed from watching what you're doing. So why don't we move you back to, you might really need to practice this a lot. And so I can make that recommendation to my student, and then I'm going to recommend that to my student. So the next time my student logs into their Khan Academy account, instead of seeing what they've been doing in Khan Academy all along, they'll see that information as well. But at the very top of their page, they're going to see the recommendation. And you can just let your students know that if they see your recommendation, that that's where you want them to begin working first. And so it's just as simple as that. And you can add as many recommendations as you want for each one of the students. I also like this, that you can include a due date with that recommendation of a date of, this is when I would like for you to be done practicing with this task or with this recommendation. So that's another great asset for the coaches. So again, because this is a sample class, I don't have the different progress to show you here. But please go ahead and do this, because in real time it will point out to you in red those students that are struggling. And it'll also show you those students who have mastered a skill. And that way you'll have that documentation that we all need as educators. Okay, so I hope that helped you in seeing how to work your way through Khan Academy, and that it's not just Khan taking over everything and teaching math for you and you're not needed. You're definitely needed to be there for that targeted intervention and to help guide your students through the lessons as well, and coming up with those recommendations if they're needed. So thank you so much. I hope that helped.